Hey everyone, how's it going? Alex Hargreaves here. I just thought I'd share with you some things that I've been thinking about and working on in the practice room. Um, to start off, I feel like I can't really talk about my practice routine without addressing what's going on in the world, especially in this country, in regard to racial injustice and the really embedded history of systemic racism and white supremacy. And as a white musician, I owe so much of where I am um, to black musicians and their contributions. And, I think regardless of that, we should be fighting for racial justice, and we don't need to justify it because of where this music comes from. But I think it's also important to acknowledge that. So, whether it's bluegrass, old time, or country, all these styles of music that we think of as primarily played by white musicians, I'm trying to dig deeper into where this music comes from and kind of understanding how much we owe to black musicians and black culture and people who literally gave their lives for this music. So I just feel like I needed to start with that, and also encouraging us all as musicians to find ways that we can help out. It's there are a lot more important things going on than practicing our scales in the practice room, and that's important too. And they're not mutually exclusive. But I think it's a good time for us all to look for ways we can help out through donations. I'm personally going to be trying to use money that I make from teaching to put that towards organizations that are fighting for racial justice. And I think obviously these things have been going on for a really long time, but I think for a lot of us, it's been a bit of a wake up call. So that's something that's really been on my mind lately, in and out of the practice room. On a more musical level, I've been, I'm out here in Corvallis, Oregon, at the house that I grew up in. So I think something about being here for an extended period of time has really been inspiring me to kind of dig into my musical roots a little more. So I've been revisiting a lot of things that I grew up with. And something that goes hand in hand with that is the process of transcribing and learning improvised solos that are really inspiring to me. That's something I used to do more of, and I've kind of neglected over the last few years. So one solo that I recently learned is Daryl Anger's solo on the tune When You Go. It's on the record Generation Nation, which is an incredible record with a lot of my favorite musicians on it. But Daryl's solo on that track is absolutely incredible, and I finally, after all these years of digging it, I finally took the time to learn it, and that's been really inspiring to me. I've been trying to see what else. I've been working on transposing more too. I'm finding that the more I practice transposing, it feels like a muscle, and it's something that is a bit underdeveloped for me. And I've been working on transposing a Charlie Parker solo that I learned a while back, and I'll sit down at the piano and pick a song that I know and try to play it in a new key. It helps give me a perspective on things, and I'm able to look at what's going on in a little bit more of an objective way. Because if you just learn a solo in one key or a chord progression in one key, then it kind of becomes muscle memory, and you're not really thinking about what's going on musically underneath. So that's been something I've been enjoying. I'll keep this short because I know there are a lot of other people who have amazing things to share with you. But I guess lastly, I've been also really inspired with working on rhythm and time and improving my internal sense of time. So I actually have a drum set here that I've been messing around on, and that's been really inspiring for me. And I think practicing polyrhythms and singing while playing those polyrhythms, that whole process has been really informative and helpful for my fiddle playing too. So in this day and age when things are so crazy, sometimes it's hard for me to get motivated to pick up my fiddle. When your primary instrument can have a lot of emotional baggage attached to it. So I just encourage you to, even if you don't feel inspired to practice your main instrument, find other ways to be creative and to challenge yourself. So practice rhythm, whether it's playing drums or piano or singing or just anything, or learning a new instrument, something that's a little different from what you're used to, but still allows you to challenge yourself and work on music in new ways. So I think that's about it for now, but sending much love to everyone out there, and stay safe, and I hope to see you all soon. All right.